Please have a huge round of applause. Today, we all assembled here to witness an event which is bound to go down in the annals of two countries, Kuwait and India. And you to know what this is just a beginning. And this was only happened due to this online platform we all got, and we all are connected from two different countries. And this evening is all about team efforts, right from the word go. Here we have debaters from two different districts, District 20 and District 41, and all are superb excited. And the other way, they are too nervous because many of them are doing this for the very first time. And I believe they all are fully set to give their best. So ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries in the house, are you ready to witness a battle of words between the best debaters from two different countries? Before we start our meeting for today, of course, there is a captain or a president for any Toastmaster club, both of the president from two different clubs and two different countries are two enthusiastic Toastmasters. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Anwar and Toastmaster Anutosh.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Anutosh, it is good afternoon, not evening, Anutosh.
Good day all.
Nobody, this is good evening. Afternoon we have already crossed.
Anutosh, I'm the president, so let me take the lead here.
It is good afternoon, evening.
Well, I am the acting president. Let's agree to disagree to have it as evening.
I think we will end up in a debate here, and we already have a debate in the agenda, so we will mutually agree for it.
Yes.
Fair enough. So let's open the meeting together. We welcome each and everyone to the joint debate meeting
Of elite debaters and Salt Lake Toastmasters Club.
Antosh, I see a lot of dignitaries here. We have a lot of guests across the globe. I can see area, district, and international leaders as well. Let's all give a round of applause.
To all the dignitaries and all the international guests. Even I can see a couple of friends from District 98, from District 105, District 116. Wonderful.
Great. Antosh, we have opened the meeting, but tell me, what is the Salt Lake Toastmasters Club?
Salt Lake Toastmasters Club was actually chartered on 3rd of September 2009. The purpose of this club was to give a better platform for public speaking, and we are the first ever Toastmasters Club in the North and Central Kolkata city of India. Currently, we have 23 members of different domains, and our meeting happens on each Tuesday from 7 p.m. India time until 9 p.m. And that is how we are unconventional in having community club meetings on the weekdays. So that is all about Salt Lake Toastmasters Club. Well, what is about elite debaters, Anwar?
Well, Elite Debaters Club was started on June 2015. The purpose of this club was to help the members to build their debating and critical thinking skills. This club has the whole purpose behind debating. We are very passionate debaters, apart from the Toastmaster skills. As on date, we have about 28 members, and would you believe We have international members as well. We have members from Malaysia, Qatar, Africa, and also Saudi Arabia. We meet on the 1st and the 4th of every Saturday, Kuwait time, 7 to 9. So next time, if any one of you want to debate, you know where to be. So that's about elite debaters.
Wonderful, Anwar. So, how about we move forward and let all the members enjoy today's meeting, today's debate.
True, Antosh. With that note, let's hand it back to our Master of Ceremony for today. Over to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Anwar and Toastmaster Anutosh. So moving forward, for a debate, time is the utmost essence. So let me welcome the two dignitaries who will keep a tab on the time. So today, the two timers are, he is someone who is two-time distinguished Toastmaster Anandata Mulli Manohar and a college student Toastmaster Sandipan Datta. So with a big round of applause, let me call upon the timer for this evening. He is Toastmaster Sandipan and Anandata distinguished Toastmaster Mulli Manohar.
Yes, I'm a student. I'm a student of Indian Institute of Management, Indore. Yeah, you want me to say something about my role?
Yes.
Okay, my role is simple. I will make sure that you stop talking for a long time and speak within the time given or allotted, where I will be showing everybody, whoever is the speaker, please pin my video. You will see the timer here, and when the minimum time comes, which I will tell you during the debate, my virtual background will go automatically to green. When the medium time comes, it will go to yellow, and when the maximum time comes, it will be red. And as you all know, there will be only 10 seconds of grace period. Afterwards, my role will come into effect when I will mute you. So you will not be, when you speak, if you cannot hear, think that your voice has been muted. Though I cannot come all the way to Kolkata or to Kuwait, sitting in Hyderabad, I will mute all of you through this virtual platform. Thank you. Over to you, MC.
Thank you so much, DTM Mulli Manohar, for explaining your role in such a fantastic way. And it's time to present our debate players for today's evening or today's afternoon. For any debate, we need chief judge to make sure that everything is working well with the judges and the ballot counter and with the timer and even during the debate session itself. Today, we do have someone so special. She is a member of two different clubs, May Spring Toastmasters and Club and Laugh Out Loud Club. She is immediate past area director of District 20. She is a Toastmaster from last 4 years. And the best part is she has become 3 consecutive year humorous speech winner at the club level and division first runner up for the humorous and finalist in evaluation. And she won many such awards. So you might be thinking, who can the person be? Sure, she is not other than Toastmaster Tabassum Ali. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Harshit, for that very warm reception. And you are doing an amazing job as being the chief flight stewardess or the flight operator who have kept all the audience engaged. So round of applause for Harshit. Excellent. You look just out of a gallus club. So today I'm going to be at the back like a control tower. I'll be the one who will be controlling and monitoring the debate for today. And we have our two flight pilots, as you have already seen, Arij and Maheshwari, who have taken the flight. And let's hope that the flight takes off and lands very smoothly all the way from Kuwait to the Salt Lake of Bengal. So before I begin, I would like to screen share a few ground rules. Can I have the screen sharing option? Yes, I have it. Just bear with me for a minute. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Before you all see the topic, I have to first come on the main slideshow and share the computer sound. So good day once again, all the wonderful Toastmasters for today. Let's begin. I had some music over here. Where's the music gone? Let me play some music. I can't see it. Maybe our auditor Anwar can play later on some nice, wonderful music for you. So today we are having this wonderful debate from the salts of Kuwait to the salts of Salt Lake of Bengal. And let's have a sweet and salty debate for today. So Assalamu alaikum and namaste. And what was it Bengali word? I heard Ami khub bhalo achi.
Namaskar. Namaskar.
Namaskar and আমি খুব ভালোবাসি আমি তোমাকে ভালোবাসি. I know that little bit of sweet mishti Bengali. So we have elite debaters and we have Salt Lake, two wonderful clubs who will be debating on a fabulous topic for today. So let's stay tuned. Now, as a chief judge, today I'm going to have eminent judges who are going to judge the debate today. And do you want to know who the judges are? Well, they're not secret, but they are anonymous. And who it is? My wonderful people, it's you. Because at the end, we are going to have an audience poll. Aha, but it's not going to be that easy. When we are judging, we need to follow the core values. What are the core values of Toastmasters? Anyone?
Integrity, respect, service, excellence.
Excellent. So we'll begin with the first core value, that is respect. Now, audience, when we'll be hearing the debaters, you need to respect that they'll be working hard in their debating skills. Come to the second value. You will be judging them with integrity. Now, if you have not heard any of the sentences, you have not heard any of the speakers, then when we will be launching the poll, you will have an abstain clause, which will be number 1 clause. So please click on the abstain clause. Do not click on perception or subjectivity. Listen carefully, listen to the facts, figures, stats, whatever they're presenting, listen to it carefully and then cast your vote. Service. It's your service, it's your right to give the best possible judgment to these debaters who will be debating, and they will be entertaining you as well. Trust me with the topic that I have. Excellence. You don't have to do anything with it. If you pay attention to the first 3 values, excellence will automatically be incorporated. Now is the moment. Joint debate meeting of elite debaters and Salt Lake Toastmasters. Are you ready to have the topic? Are you ready? It's let sex, religion, and politics be allowed. Is that the topic? No, that's not the topic for today. Resolve that. Resolve that. Wow. Can anyone guess what the topic is with the photograph? Yes, somebody can just unmute, or I can't see the chat. Let me just open my chat box.
I know. Result that XX, XX, XS, XS.
Wow, how intelligent. Great. Okay, resolve that. Come on, give me some more
The
tips.
topic is resolved
Cram
that
box to be
XX,
allowed.
XX, XX.
What, Alan, what? Be allowed what?
Ramp walks should be allowed in Toastmasters.
Okay,
Wow.
resolved that.
Okay. Resolve that.
Differences.
Yes. Uh-oh. Uniforms should be made mandatory in all offices. See, as I promised, I'm giving a very easy topic. If you surf the Google, you will have lots of pros and cons towards it. So come on, take a go for it. Let me now introduce to you the team. We have Kunal Jain, who's the affirmative team captain. We have Dibanjana Ghosh, who's the affirmative team speaker number 2. Am I correct? In case there is any modification, moderator, please guide me. We have affirmative speaker number 3 is Mohammad Reza. So we have 3 speakers. Affirmative team captain, Kunal Jain. Yes, Anwar.
Chief Judge, the affirmative team had expressed a change in the speaking order. The speaking order would be A1 Kunal, A2 would be Mohammad Reza, and A3 will be Sangeeta, and A4 will be Dibanjana.
Okay, so I hope you all have noticed the speaking order. We'll have Kunal Jain as the affirmative team captain, Mohammad Reza as speaker number 1, Sangeeta Animolam as the speaker number 2, and we have affirmative team assist by Dibanjana Ghosh of the affirmative team. So round of applause for them. Our warriors. Fantastic 4. Let's come to the negative team. Let's have some music for them. So we have Ram Kumar Nachupalli, who's the negative team captain. And in his team, speaker number 2 is Alan Paul. Speaker number 3 is Shruti Srivastava. And speaker number 4 is Anik Chakrabarti, who will assist the team. Am I right, Anwar Adam? Perfect. So now we are ready. Ready with the team. Resolve that uniform should be mandatory in all offices. We will be having 30 minutes whereby both the teams will go to the breakout room and they'll be preparing for the topics. With that, I would like to hand it back to our moderator, Harshit. Over to you.
Thank you so much, our Chief Judge, Toastmaster Tabashum Ali. So now we have someone with us who will share her own experience and to teach us more about ACE, the art of debating. So we are so lucky to have her with us. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome our special guest or keynote speaker for this evening or this afternoon. She is someone who has been a 2-time national debate champion and a district finalist in international speech contest. So please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Archita Tiwari.
1 minute. 1 minute. Let the speakers have a breakout room and go for their preparations.
Right. Just give 2 minutes till all the speakers go to breakout room. Once the moderator confirms, then you can please introduce our keynote speaker.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
I would request Kunal and Sangeeta and Alan to join the breakout rooms. The room is open. The others have already joined.
Can you also send me the request because I would like to go and see there?
Sure.
Moderator, please confirm when they are in the breakout room because the timer will start 30 minutes from then onwards.
Sure.
Thank you.
Still waiting for Sangeeta to join. Sangeeta, can you move to the breakout room? And
This
timer.
Sandeepa went to negative team.
Sangeeta, we are waiting for you to move to the breakout room.
Toastmaster Anwar, this timer Sandeepan went to negative team.
No, he's in the main room because he will be timing for the session.
Okay.
Uh, it's okay. Both the timer can be in the main room because the moderator can notify. When the timing is up, you can notify them there are 5 minutes, 10 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, so they'll be well prepared. Moderator can send a message to the breakout room.
Chief Judge, I confirm that all the speakers have moved to the room and the sergeant at arms are also there. So we are good.
Okay, thank you so much. Timer, you can start the timing for 30 minutes, and moderator, over to you. Looking forward to the segment.
Okay. So now we have someone with us who will share her own experience and to teach us more about is the art of debating. So we are so lucky to have her with us. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me our special guest or keynote speaker for this evening or this afternoon. She is someone who has been a two-time national debate champion and a district finalist in international speech contest. So please help me welcome Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Archita Tiwari.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies. Most importantly, it is very rare that I get a double introduction. So I feel absolutely privileged. Yes, somebody started screen sharing. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Anwar. I think that's a beautiful flyer and I would love to see it again, but in some time. With that, good evening and welcome everyone to this collaboration meeting of elite debaters and Salt Lake Toastmasters. I feel absolutely privileged being here with you today. What am I supposed to do? I am here to tell you certain basic tips about debating. I am here to tell you what debate means because believe it or not, a lot of us have confused conceptions. A lot of us have misconceptions when it comes to debating, and a lot of us are unaware of who a debater is, what he or she is supposed to exactly do, what are the two do's, what are the two don'ts, what are the best practices in a debate, how should you approach a debate, and what is it that constitutes the basic spirit of debating. I know elite debaters are probably thinking, yeah, we do that once in every 2 weeks, so we are aware. But I hope that my couple of points will be able to assist you in some way or the other. And I look forward to learning from all of you, which is why towards the end of the workshop, I've kept a small 5-minute Q&A session. So please enlighten me, help me also to learn a couple of practices that I may have missed out. Till then, I'll just start the screen sharing with all of you. Give me just 1 second. Please give me a thumbs up in case my screen is visible. Can you all see it? All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. My first question to all of you is, what is a debate? I feel a debate is a clash of opinions, a difference in viewpoints, a disagreement on an issue at hand. And right from debating with your parents whether or not you should go to that particular party, to arguing with your friends about serious topics like importance and relevance of feminism, to talking to them about money management, to telling them that how some people are truly privileged enough to follow their dreams, and discussing with them how the national policies need a change. We are all debating in our everyday lives. So, debate is nothing but a difference in the viewpoint of opinions. Next, why do we need a debate? Why should we have a debate anytime, anywhere? My answer is very simple. I look at a debate as a decision making tool. A debate helps me understand what are the pros and cons of any topic. A debate helps me figure out what are the positives and the negatives when it comes about any issue. And those points help me decide whether the positives are more or the negatives, whether I should go in favor of the decision or whether I should negate the decision and take a step back. In all, at least in most of the countries across the globe, the decision making is done by having a debate over a certain issue. Both the parties put forward their pros and cons, And after that, they decide whatever is greater, they go ahead with it. Next, selling something. Now, whenever it comes to making a sales pitch, a lot of us are experts on it. And believe it or not, the ability to convince someone comes naturally to a debater. If you're someone who's good at debating, you will be able to convince people. The negative term used very often is manipulation. However, I respectfully disagree. Debaters don't manipulate people. We just happen to have points that will help you understand the logic behind something. So, if I'm able to logically prove my point to you, you will automatically believe what I say and get convinced. And in that process, I will be able to deliver my sales pitch effectively or continue with my sales. Next, analyzing a situation and social interaction. Had debate not been there, what we are trying to say is, do you really think all of us would be on the same page about everything? I, for one, do not think so. In most topics, or even with topics that are as basic as it's high time fathers should now take over the kitchen, which could probably mean like a disaster. I'm not going into details. But sometimes a lot of people want to debate on that, and I think that's okay. Just like our topic that is given today, you must have a uniform at workplace. I mean, if that happens, I'd only look at my cupboard and be very sad about it every single day with all the designer clothes that are there. And at the same time, I'd feel so happy and relaxed because I wouldn't have to spend any time picking out the clothes in the morning, which is such a task. Like, get up and decide what to wear. No offense intended, but I really think it's harder for women because you have to match the accessories, you have to match the footwear, and it becomes slightly harder for us. And I really think that would save a lot of time. So it has its own pros and cons. Right at this very topic, I gave you one pro, one con, because I think that's what debaters do. Let's go to the next page and let's learn what is the next thing that we need about a debate. Just give me a second, please. Please let me know if you can see the screen moving. Yeah. The next part is, who is a debater? Is it on your screen? Yes. Okay. Who is a debater? A debater is someone who, according to me, has a viewpoint. Number one, you cannot be a debater unless you have a viewpoint on something. You cannot be a debater if you say, I don't know. I mean, it could be anything, doesn't make a difference to me. Well, then you're not thinking about the topic. And in that case, you are not a debater with respect to that particular topic. Next, a debater is someone who can take a stand or takes one stand. And please note the usage of the humble, simple word, one stand. As much as I appreciate diplomacy, or I appreciate the never ending ability of people to constantly talk on both sides of the topic, trying to appease both the sides and making sure that they do not mess with anybody, I really don't think you should have a divided stand on any topic. It is your views. Take a stand for or against. I know sometimes it can be very difficult, especially if two of your best friends are arguing or about a particular topic. You feel that the entire world may be in favor of the motion and you're the only person who's standing against the motion. Even if it means that, take your stand and take one stand. Do not try to be a diplomat and speak for and against both, because then you might, apologies, some network issue, because then you might be logically correct, but you're not actually debating. Debate is very clear about taking stands. It means to take one particular stand. Next, a debater is someone who convinces the house of his views. I've heard so many debaters who come on screen or come on stage. Gotten so used to saying on screen, come on stage and they are like, I have presented my points. It doesn't matter to me what the audience or what the house thinks. In that case, my dear friend, you really haven't understood the concept, the spirit of debating. The spirit of debating is to convince the other person until they give in to what you have to say. It doesn't mean harping unnecessarily on one point. No. It means understanding where the other person is stuck and trying to help them move forward with it. It means understanding where is that difference or that gap in opinion and allowing those people to come to your side by fulfilling that gap, by bridging that gap. So make sure that you are trying to convince people and not just letting go of it. And finally, proves that the other side is wrong. I know it sounds harsh and I know it sounds very, very difficult for some people to say, but that is what it is. If I am to be correct in a debate, the other side has to be wrong. You will never see both the debaters, both the sides winning in a debate. Now, it may be because of the speakers and their talent and their content that they win, or it may be because of the points that they share. But in any debate, there will only be one winning side. You cannot have both the sides winning. You will have to make sure, just like in contests, you have one side or one winner and probably one or two runners up. In a debate, also, you will have one side winning. So you have to make sure that the other side is wrong so that you're correct. Let's now go forward to the next part of it. How do you do it? How do I become a debater? How do I debate? In order to debate really well, I think couple of things that you have to remember. Number one, please be logical. And trust me, you're hearing this from someone who is very proudly an emotional person. I'm very emotional. I am super romantic. I believe in Bollywood and the romance that Bollywood portrays. And I'm very sappy when it comes to certain fictional romantic scenarios, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to a debate, I have logic. And logic is the only thing that will appeal to me. If someone comes to me and says, Archita, believe in my side of the story, this aspect of the debate is correct. For example, if someone is trying to say that social media is a waste of time, and someone is speaking in favor of the motion, and I ask them, why do you think social media is a waste of time? Archita, that is because I feel that way. I believe that way. I think that social media is a waste of time because my inner soul tells me that. From the depth of my heart, I get a voice that is telling me that social media is not correct. It's not good for you. Don't do it. The only answer I will give that person, I think you're talking about smoking in all probability. If you are to tell me social media is a waste of time, give me data, give me logical arguments, tell me how I can invest my time better rather than using social media, and I will agree with what you have to say. But unless you can give me logical statements, let us keep emotions for something else. Let's now come to the second part of it. Use real examples. I personally don't approve of cases where, in a debate, people say, hypothetically, if this happened. Wow. Hypothesis is not really my forte. And if I had to be hypothetical, I would probably be watching the Avengers. No offense intended to any Avenger fan. I know they are very spiritual and religious about Avengers and the end game. And I'm very sorry that different characters died in the process of saving the world hypothetically. But nonetheless, if you really want to talk in a debate, use real life examples. Do not create scenarios and talk about it. Third tip from my side will be, do not be confused about your stand. If you are speaking that social media is a waste of time, it's a waste of time. Even if it means you're being tagged in the cutest post on Instagram, it shouldn't matter to you anymore. It's a waste of time. That's it. Tomorrow, if someone comes and tells you, no, it's not a waste of time, come on. I reacted heart on your Facebook picture. And you get swayed away and you're like, no, it's not a waste of time anymore. Trust me, you're doing it the wrong way. So make sure that you take one stand and you're absolutely sure about it. Finally, frame crisp statements. If I'm here and I keep talking 5 minutes about one point, I think people will get bored and go away. While I don't say or I don't recommend for you to just speak in monosyllables, I don't expect you to exaggerate a point. Cut to the chase, speak exactly what you have to. And my final tip for you will be make a powerful delivery. Debating is all about passion. How many of you in the house feel that debate is about passion? Can you just type a yes on the chat? Let's see. Yes, Anutosh feels yes. Our moderator feels yes. That's it. Just two people in the house feel debating. Okay. Our master of ceremonies, Priyanka. Debating is a skill. Absolutely, ma'am. I really agree with you. Our chief judge says debating is a skill we can acquire. And that is why we are here to learn from you. So, thank you. Thank you so much. It is only the passion to find the truth. Agreed. Debating is about passion. It is about belief. It is about the ability to truly trust your instinct and say something that comes from the bottom of your heart, but logically back it up. Like I've always said, there are things that will come from your heart. Your instinct will guide you. I always call my intuition as the Google map of my soul. I say that my intuition is ultimately the map that guides me in life. But in a debate or as a debater, I always feel I have to back up my intuition with logic and 100% hard work. Similarly, in a debate, you have to back up your content with powerful delivery, with passionate statements, with the ability to truly make the audience believe that whatever it is you are saying is coming right from within. And once you can do that, believe me, you will be on the road to being a successful debater. Let's come to a certain point to remember note that I have for all of you. Now, this is point number one is by far one of the most controversial points I have ever given. And I always include this in all of my seminars. It says you don't always have to believe the topic. You have to make people believe you. Why do I say this? A lot of times, you don't get to decide whether you're speaking in favor of the motion or you're speaking against the motion. When that happens, I repeat, only when that happens, if you get to choose your stand, please choose the stand that you truly believe in. But in case of a scenario where you don't get to choose the stand and you are given the opposite stand of your belief system, for some time, believe in the stand that you are supposed to be speaking about. And it's not your job to believe, in fact, it is your job to make other people believe what you're saying. I could sit here and tell you, wow, I have won 5 Oscars and probably 3 Grammys, and it's all there in the cupboard. I don't even look at it. It's like, just lying there. But you're not going to believe me because had I won Oscars or Grammy, you would have probably heard me, seen me, or at least heard of my awards. But if I'm here and I tell you I have like 5 siblings and we live in a giant bungalow, you could believe me because you know nothing about me. I could easily bluff you on that part. So make sure that you know the difference between making the audience believe something in that is believable and completely bluffing about something. So you have to make sure that your audience believes what you say, and for that you have to speak with conviction. I can stand here and make you believe in a couple of statements because I can take the advantage of you not knowing me. Okay, let's go to the next point. This is one of my favorites. Be assertive, not argumentative. As a debater, I would never disrespect someone. And I know that it is being done at a lot of places today, but I honestly feel that it is a malpractice. Please do not do it. I might disagree with you if you are in the opposition team. It's my job to disagree with you. It is my job to prove that logically your statements are incorrect. But believe me, I will do that with complete respect for you. I will respectfully disagree with you. Even if I have to put my points forward, I may sometimes use sarcasm. I may sometimes use fun statements. But I will never use demeaning statements. I will never use insulting statements. And that, my dear friends, is the difference in between being assertive and argumentative. It's okay to be assertive, and that is what is required in a debate. You are supposed to speak with conviction, you are supposed to speak with power and passion, but it doesn't mean that you will insult or demean another person. So please try to avoid that. And that is my humble request to anybody. Because unfortunately, in a lot of media houses today, the debates that are done, they try to portray how insulting another individual makes you a good speaker. And it only makes me feel very sad as a speaker, as a debater myself. My next point, improve your argument and not raise your volume. I could probably be using 5 microphones and speaking like the whole locality has to listen to me and still be giving a very low base argument. If my argument has validity, if my statement has truth, I will not be required to raise my volume. I will not be needed to yell at any other individual. Because if the nation wants to know, the nation will know. And the nation will get what you have to say without you yelling. So please make sure that you improve the quality of your arguments and not the volume of your talk. Finally, use humor, especially against your opponent. Sometimes you may also use self-deprecating humor. For example, a lot of times I use self-depreciating humor in order to prove a point. I remember we were having a fun debate, and by a fun debate we meant that we were debating for quite some time, and I belong to different debate organization and debate clubs. So in one of those clubs, we decided that we were arguing or we were debating about very serious topics about national policies, about sports, about social media, about hashtags. So we decided that one day we're just going to have a fun debate where the topic was, and I'm not making this up, the topic was mothers always want to be right. Okay, mothers always want to be right. And I was speaking in favor of the motion. So I had to say that, yeah, mothers always want to be right. So I said, guys, I'll give you a small example of something that happens at my home. I have a habit of moving around my place and talking on the phone. I can't sit in one place and talk. It's very annoying because I anyway do it now for my classes. So, or for my sessions, because I'm a trainer. I train people in communication. So I usually do it sitting at one place. So when I'm talking to my friends, I'm roaming around the house. And once there was this glass kept on the table, like it's glass. And I don't know why it was kept on the table, but while talking, my hand hit the glass and it fell to the floor and broke. Now, my mother came into the room. She's a very passive, aggressive, sarcastic woman. So she comes into the room and she's like, we have 2 plates in the kitchen that are kept there. Couple of cups for the guests and a few expensive bowls. If you want, you can break them. And with that level of sarcasm that she told me in all seriousness, I felt completely ashamed, like I have defeated the purpose of my existence by breaking one glass. She made me feel so guilty about it. And I was like, okay, next time I'm walking around with, double carefulness. Next day, like a couple of days later, I think a cup, like, the coffee mug was kept on the table. I think she drank the coffee or someone else drank coffee, and it was kept on the table. And while doing some work, her hand hit the coffee mug and it fell on the floor. And I am all ready with the same dialogue. I'm like, now is my turn. I'm going to go and say there are glasses in the kitchen, there are plates in the kitchen. You may go and break them. And I'm all ready with it. And immediately she says, who put the coffee mug here? I mean, this is cheating. You can't do this. Like, this is so unfair. So the ability to probably bring in humor is what will differentiate you from other people. And believe me, everybody in the house was laughing, just like some of you are now. The idea of being able to use humor will take your speech to the next level. And that is all that I'm here to tell you as far as humor is concerned. Again, humble request. I know I'm repeating this, but I have seen it happen to so many people that it breaks my heart. Don't demean by someone by using humor. My favorite people to insult in a public forum, and I mean this, are the people closest to me, my best friends. Because I know no matter what I say, they will not be offended. So I can insult them or I can make fun of them and they make fun of me. Okay. Now, all that I have for you after this is one simple small message. Debaters today are leaders tomorrow. And that brings me to the end of the workshop officially. But if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Given that we have time in our hands, I think we have some time because I planned it this way to keep 5-7 minutes for questions. So if we have any questions, please put them on the chat or you can unmute and ask me also.
Hi, I'm Vinay from Hyderabad.
Hello, Vinay.
I have a question. So, a lot of times I've seen a stand-up comedians using humor as a right of freedom of expression and insulting various people. So, where do we need to draw the line in terms of using humor? Like you mentioned, right? We can insult only people who are very close to us. So, where do we draw a
Mhm.
line when we're insulting famous personalities or not insulting at all?
Okay. I have a very simple answer for you. There are two things that you need to understand. One is the forum. Where are you giving that speech? Who is your audience? What is the purpose? The entire aspect of the forum. If you're talking about a stand up comedian, the word stand up comedy in itself means that everything spoken there is spoken on a light level. It is not to be taken seriously, it is for the purpose of humor only. Just like in a fictional movie, you cannot, even though some of the resemblances may be from real life characters, there are so many movies made that very subtly hint at some of our leaders, very subtly. And we know when they are hinting at someone in the real life. But right at the beginning, they write all characters are fictional. Any resemblance is purely coincidental. Similarly, in the beginning of humor, like stand up comedies, they make sure they give that disclaimer. And as far as public figures like celebrities are concerned, because they are celebrities, they sort of have or they put themselves out there, not for, I'm not saying for being insulted, but their lives, their personal or private lives can be a topic of discussion because they are public figures. And it's a small difference. Okay, thank you. I'm glad I was able to answer. But when it comes to us, try to keep the humor a little low because public figures also get huge amount of love, respect, followers, and money, even if they are insulted on various media platforms. So, okay. Any other question? Okay, I have no idea what debate we are talking about, but thank you for the compliment and thank you, Tabassum ma'am, for saying that it's been a lively workshop. I'm very, very happy and glad that you really liked it. Okay. So with that, allow me to hand it over to the moderator in case all of you want to discuss something. Because with that, I wrap up my workshop and I just want to say thank you to elite debaters, to Salt Lake Toastmasters. Small special mentions would be two people in my case, Anutosh Da and Joita. So thank you both of you for giving me this opportunity and allowing me to humbly be here and contribute simple points from my end. I'll just stop sharing, by the way.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Achita, so much. It's a pleasure. Today you are the, keynote speaker. So thank you. Thanks a lot. Hopefully we will
Thank you.
meet again later on.
Absolutely. That is what I was just coming to next. So thank you so much. And in case any of you need to reach out to me for any debating tips, for discussing anything in general, for talking about speeches, conversations, debate, please feel free to do so. I'm a soft skills trainer and I debate and communicate out of passion. So if you just feel that I need to pick up a phone and have a conversation with Archita about something, feel free to do the same. And I look forward to coming more to Elite Debaters and Solidate Toastmasters. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Akshita, you have really been so wonderful. I really want people to just unmute themselves and applaud for Archita. I really enjoyed. Wonderful. You're very lively. Your sense of humor and timing, I was just admiring. Great going.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well
Thank
done,
you so
Archita.
much.
Very well done.
Good session.
Thank you,
Like
sir.
your mothers and your question.
Yeah, a lot of
Session
people
to
like my mother,
speak to
like
your mother.
normally.
Very good, Archita. Very good. It's very
All
difficult.
mothers are like that, okay? Murli,
It
all
is
mothers are like that. How you said,
Archita.
nagging.
Archita. It is very difficult to overshadow Tabassum, but today you did. It's very difficult to
Oh,
overshadow
oh my
Tabassum.
God. I did
Chino,
not.
enough.
Today, actually, you did it. Okay. All the best.
No, I've
No, no,
become a
no.
great fan of yours, Archita, honestly.
Thank you, ma'am. Likewise, I've absolutely adored the way you started the meeting and the topic that you selected. So I think it's mutual appreciation and not overshadowing. I think we both really like each other. So that's one good outcome from for me. That okay,
Thanks.
ma'am, like
Gino, excuse me, women can praise each other. Okay, that's a lesson for today. Next
absolutely.
debate topic. Next debate topic. Yeah.
Yes.
Times
Archita,
have
good
changed.
one. Archita, thanks. We had a great session, especially you could take on your mother for once.
Yes. Sometimes that happens. A lot of times it doesn't, but the consequences are always very serious, and they can
She's not in
sometimes
audience
be.
today. Archita, maybe she's not in the audience today.
No, she's not in the audience. Had she been, the speech would be very different. So yeah, sometimes it can lead to casualties at my end.
Thank you everyone for the feedback and to our keynote speaker. Timer, can you confirm if
Yes.
the 30 minutes over? Chief
It is
Judge, can I
31
bring
minutes.
back the debaters?
31 minutes. Yes, we can have them back now. Moderator, please confirm when they all return back. Thank you.
I will request all the non-speak debaters to mute, to switch off your cameras so that we can focus only on the debaters.
Yeah, I can see they have returned. Have you closed the breakout room, Anwar, or it's still open?
Our breakout room has been closed, ma'am.
Okay.
So is ours.
I think all are here, right? Yes, I think it's yes, since we all have here, you all were preparing, and I'm sure you must have had a great preparation. You just missed a wonderful session which was conducted by Archita. I wish you all would have attended that session. But very few points. I can just repeat 3 points, which I think is very valid, and you can incorporate in your presentation. One is especially at the time of rebuttal, because I know you have already prepared your segment, but for rebuttal, please be assertive and do not be argumentative, so that I hold the value of respect for each other and comply with it. Secondly, yes, raise your argument, not your voice. And third, if you can incorporate humor. So the topic thrown at you is such that I'm looking forward to some kind of humor from all of you. And for this wonderful judges of mine, we have 42 among them. I'm sure 30 of you will be the judges for today. Please, we are going to have a best debater from the assertive side and a best debater from the negative side, and we will be having best team. So please, you can take your pen, paper, start making notes on how are the facts, figures, and their presentation that they'll be presenting. With that, all the best to both the wonderful teams, and here we can start now. All the best. Back to you, moderator Harshit.
Thank you so much.
Give a round of applause to both the teams.
Thank you so much, Chief Judge, and thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Archita Tiwari, for this amazing keynote about debate. I totally love the way you explained each and every point in such a fantastic way. You covered what is debate, why do we need it, and how do we do it. Then you discussed, be a good debater, what are the major points to remember. I totally love the examples that you given, the live examples. My dear friends, did you all enjoy it?
Yes, yes.
So now we will move forward And now for any debate, we need someone who can make sure that the debaters are ready to do. And there is any complaint, we need someone to make it either fix it. So to make sure that there will be no fight this afternoon, this evening, we have someone who has joined Elite Toastmaster 3 months back to learn art of debating. And he is someone who is IT professional from Maharashtra, working in Kuwait. So please join your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Mazhul Haq.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremony. Toastmaster Harshit Malu, wonderful session. The way you explained the things, I appreciate. And thanks a lot for wonderful introduction. Good evening to my fellow Toastmasters and honored guest. Welcome to joint debate meeting of elite debaters and Salt Lake Toastmaster Club for their first ever debate meet. Before we start with the debate, please allow me to share few ground rules that we need to know before we start the debate. This debate will follow the Toastmaster International recommended method and will consist of 3 speakers on each side. The resolution for this round is, it is resolved that uniforms should be mandatory in all offices. I will repeat, it is resolved that uniforms should be mandatory in all offices. And let me one more thing remind to you, this is a debate for fun. Just take it very lightly. Our timers for this debates are DTM Murli Manohar and Toastmaster Sandipan Datta. They will take care of timings. The timing rules are as follows. The team captain's opening speeches will be for 4 minutes. The green light will be shown at 3 minutes 30 seconds. The yellow light will be shown at 3 minutes 40 seconds. And the red light will be shown at 3 minutes 50 seconds. The speaker's microphone will be muted right at 4 minutes. And I will suggest captains of both the teams to wrap up their speeches within 4 minutes. Speeches by the second and third speakers as well as summary will be for 3 minutes. The green light will be shown at 2 minutes 30 seconds. The yellow light will be shown at 2 minutes 40 seconds. And the red light will be shown at 2 minutes 50 seconds. The speaker's microphone will be muted exactly at 3 minutes. The summary part for both the captains will be for 3 minutes. The green light will be shown at 2 minutes 30 seconds. The yellow light will be shown at 2 minutes 40 seconds. And the red light will be shown at 2 minutes 50 seconds. The speaker's microphone will be muted exactly at 3 minutes. One thing I want to remind to captains while giving their summary speeches is that no new material is allowed during the summary speech. Normally, the moderator has the right to intervene when a speaker gives new material. But to avoid technical glitches on this virtual platform, the moderator will indicate to the judges that there was evidence of new material for them to consider. The decision made by our judges is final. Speakers shall speak according to their team sequence, during which we kindly request all debaters, moderators, and timers to keep your video on. Our guest and audience, please remember that heckling any speaker during the debate is absolutely not allowed. And I would recommend and suggest the sergeant at arms to make sure all the non-speakers' mic remain muted during the debate. Now let us meet our today's debaters. Host, can you please bring up the slides?
Moderator, 1 minute. You did not explain about the cross-examination time of 2 minutes. Can you please?
Sure. The cross-examination time is 2 minutes. The affirmative side is member of Elite Debaters and Salt Lake Toastmaster Club. We have some beautiful line of 3 speakers with 1 team assist, starting with captain of team Konal Jain A1. Second speaker is Muhammad Riza A2, and the third speaker is Sangeeta Animolam A3. And the fourth team assist is Dibanjana Ghosh A4. Please note, fourth speaker is backup speaker. He will jump in if he finds any of his team member is facing any technical difficulty during his or her speech. The negative side is a member of Elite Debaters and Salt Lake Toastmaster Club. The team captain is Ram Kumar Nachopalli and 1. Second speaker is Alan Paul and 2. The third speaker is Shruti Srivastava and 3. And the fourth team assist is Anik Chakraborty and 4. A beautiful line of speakers. I wish all debaters best of luck. Before you go ahead with debate, I would like to check with our chief judge and his team are ready or not. Chief Judge, are you ready?
Yes, we are ready. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Are our debaters ready? The captain, please confirm. Are our debaters ready? The captain, please confirm. They're ready? Thank you so much. Are our guest and audience ready? Can we have your reaction on the screen, please? Then let the debate begin and let the best team win. Wishing all the debaters all the best of luck. I now invite our Sergeant at Arms to prepare our first speaker.
Thank you so much. Hi, dear Kunal Jain. How are you?
Very well, very well.
Great. We can see you clearly. Can you hear my voice?
I can hear your voice. Can you hear my voice as well?
Yes, you are 100% audible. Did you pin the timer, please? Did you pin the timer?
I can see the timer, Mr. Murali Manohar.
Pin the timer, so it's better to pin the timer.
Okay. But if I pin the timer, I cannot see anybody else.
We can see you clearly.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you so much. Good luck, dear moderator. Speaker is ready.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Kunal Jain, best of luck. Your time is 4 minutes and you have, I think, pinned the timer. In the stage is all yours. You can go ahead, please.
Oh, very good morning or good afternoon, depending on wherever you are in this world, to my dear fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Today we are here to debate on a topic which says uniform should be mandatory in all offices. What does this statement mean per se? What does uniform mean? So uniform means wearing the same piece of attire. And what does mandatory mean? Mandatory means the word compulsory. Everyone has to be compulsorily wearing the same attire. And what does the word office mean? The word office means a workplace where you go to work, where somebody goes to work. It can be any workplace. Perfect. So now, let me tell you that thank God that I'm in the affirmative side, because I absolutely believe in this topic that uniform should be made mandatory at all workplaces. So let me take you forward in time. I would have taken you all to Dubai where the IPL match is happening, but as we are in quarantine and nobody can step out, so I will take you back, I will take you forward to the year when we are having the next Cricket World Cup. So if you like cricket, please raise your hand, because I am sure that I am going to give you the VIP passes to the VIP box of the final cricket match, where we have India playing Australia. And the commentator is on fire. Everybody's on fire because the World Cup final match is there. And we are going to have the Indian cricket team just step into the stadium. But when they're about to step into the stadium, what happens? We see Virat Kohli wearing a Gucci t-shirt. And we see Dhoni wearing a Prada t-shirt. And if you've seen the movie Lagan, Kachra also somehow made it in the team. And Kachra was wearing a dhoti and a kurta. Obviously, it doesn't seem cool, but we can wear whatever we wear. This is a special World Cup, and you can wear whatever you want to wear. So we come down, and it's the match time, and everybody's playing cricket. Dhoni takes a catch, everybody's happy. Kachra takes a wicket, but nobody goes to congratulate him. Fair or not fair, we don't know yet. India finally wins the World Cup, and we have, as usual, the man of the tournament, Virat Kohli, going to accept the cup for India. And on stage, he says, Virat, how did you play? Oh, I played really well. It was an amazing game. The team performed really well, especially Dhoni, me, because, we are from the high society. We wear clothes that we want to wear, and we make statement. What do you mean by you make statement? See, we're not robots, says Virat. We cannot wear the same clothes. That is so not cool. I need to show my style. I need to show my statement. I need to show that I am colorful. I need to show that my personality is out. Okay, that is cool. And everybody goes back home and everybody is happy. But what happened to Kachra? What happened to that one man who was not able to wear what he could afford? Was he not a part of the team? Ladies and gentlemen, let's take the same situation to a workplace scenario. What if someone wears a Gucci? What if someone wears a Prada? But what if someone cannot afford it? Will he not feel out of place? Will he not feel that he does not belong to that place? Hey, listen, the world is any which ways full of so many people having different caste, different culture, different sex, different color. It's a world with so much diversity. And you want to have diversity even at the workplace? Or should we have equality? What makes more sense? Should we allow people to perform, or should we allow people to divide? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say that a uniform is must because it provides equality to everyone around us.
Thank you so much, Kunal Jain. That was a beautiful speech. Sergeant Ram, could you please prepare our next speaker?
Hello. I'm giving 30 seconds for the judges.
I think Murliji, 30 seconds, the time is, we have skipped that session.
Timer, please not.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, there is no 30 seconds. You can directly call for rebuttal. Thank you.
Okay.
Sergeant Ram, could you please prepare the next speaker?
Please, Anwar, please, can you start my video? Host. Host, can you start my video? Thank you.
Amit?
Yeah. Hello, dear Ram.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Very fine, thank you.
We can see you clearly. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, loud and clear, sir. Thank you.
You are 100% audible. Did you pin the timer?
Let me do that.
Yeah.
Mr. Who is the timer?
Yeah. Murli Manohar.
1 second. Yeah, 1 second, please. Just a minute. Cannot see him on the screen. Yeah, now I can see. 1 second. I'm putting it. One second. Wonderful. Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you.
Good luck. Over to you, moderator.
Thank you, Sergeant Ram. Negative team captain Ram Kumar Achupalli. Now you can cross-examine affirmative team captain Kunal Jain for 2 minutes. Timer, please note 2 minutes time.
Good evening, Kunal. Thank you for that wonderful speech. As a Toastmaster speech, we are all experts in giving a speech. My question to you, the first thing, how do you define office environment? Office.
Dear Mr. Ram, Thank you for the wonderful question. If you allow me to speak, I would like to say that an office environment is a workplace environment where people go to work.
Thank you. So it is not fields, it is not cricket stadium. Thank you very much. You mentioned about Gucci, you mentioned about dhoti, you mentioned about Prada, you mentioned about Kachra. What did you actually want to say that? What does it mean in the office environment when you say about the Gucci, when you say about dhoti, wearing the Prada by Virat Kohli? How does it correlate with the office environment according to your definition?
Dear Mr. Ram, I thank you so much for bringing this point out because I had only 4 minutes. But somehow I feel that you were so busy taking notes of points to counter that you did not listen to the speech very carefully. In my speech, I said in the second half that I'm trying to correlate the stadium to the office where I said, imagine when someone is coming to the office wearing a Gucci, when someone is coming to office wearing a Prada, and when
Equality to everyone, a kind equality to everyone, everyone.
Sir, if you don't let me complete the answer,
Equality to everyone. Fine. The second question I have is high society. You said about high society making statement. What does it mean, high society making statement in the work environment?
Sir, if you do not let me complete my answer, then what is the point of giving an answer? Because my first answer is still not completed. Should I complete the first answer? Should I come to your second question? What do you want me to answer first?
Fine. I got the answer for the both. The final question I'm on to ask you is, you said whatever you wear, it works. Yes or no?
Not at all, sir.
You said in your speech, you said whatever you wear, it works.
It's time up.
Thank you. Thank you. I got the answer.
Thank you, Ramkumar. Ramkumar Nachupalli, now you can proceed with your constructive speech. The time is 4 minutes. Timer, please mark 4 minutes.
Am I ready to go? Moderator?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Debate moderator, chief judge, and wonderful guest over here. Me and my team, we do not agree with the topic given to us. Uniform should be mandatory in all offices. In order to prove that, I would like to have a definition for it. We will start with the definition defining what is uniform. Remaining the same in all cases and all times, unchanging in form or character, distinctive clothing, a garment forming part of a person's uniform. We define this as a garment and clothing. Now, coming to the mandatory is something that is demanded by law or some sort of a rule. Office, especially the office environment, we like to define position of authority or service. Without further ado, I would also like to say that no uniform should be mandatory. Uniform should not be compulsory for staffs, especially office environment. Especially I'm coming from the corporate environment. And it only works as a forced rule that is against the very spirit of freedom. Leave them free to make their own choices as the staff deem to be, what they want to wear at offices, as they will perform much better, according to me. Now, second, I would like to bring to your attention from Debbie S. Saini. He is Human Resources Management Development Institute former professor, Professor Debbie S. Saini. He says in the Japanese companies, manufacturer organizations, they do consider uniform, but in the corporate, compulsion to wear uniforms is generally not liked by the employees. This is especially true in manufacturing organizations as it curbs employees' freedom. In your opinion, does it serve any purpose, audience? My worthy affirmative team? Office means it's an office environment where we sit and deliver. As per the topic, it doesn't define, according to the definition, what I mean, position of authority or service. Offices where we, for example, a secretary, does she need to wear a dress code? Yes, we very much agree that dress codes are mandatory for school, children. Dress codes are mandatory for people who are in the armed forces. Why? Operational camouflage pattern, army combat uniform, that is mandatory. Armed paramilitary, civil services, navy, marine forces, yes, they stand by. I am from the paramilitary forces. I love to wear with the stars, the camouflage to show my attire, but not in the offices. Why? Can any dress code policies for boys or girls or students or us defined in particular way, particular mannerism, why and what dress, what color you need to wear? That's my point here. Many people feel uncomfortable wearing. Not necessary for all offices you wear. Safety professionals, they have particular safety reasons they wear attire, but not the officers as per the uniform. Should be mandatory in all offices as per the topic. Dress codes enforces removed our personality in terms of freedom. 50.2% of the employees, according to Australia research, wear uniform to work according to workplace survey, which means 49.8% people, they don't like to have uniforms because they wanted to enjoy the freedom. 40% of the respondents who wear a uniform, they are conditioned to wear and watched and monitored.
Thank you, Negative Team Captain Ram Kumar Achupalli, for a beautiful speech. Sergeant Ram, can you please prepare the next speaker? A2 Muhammad Riza.
Thank you, moderator. Hi, dear Muhammad Reza. How are you doing today?
Thank you.
Thank you. We can see you clearly and we can hear your voice. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I cannot hear your voice.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes. Did you pin the timer?
Yes. Once I had pinned it, yeah, let me pin him again. Pin, yeah. I pinned the timer.
Okay. You are ready? You are ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good luck. Thank you. Moderator, speaker is ready.
Toastmasters, how are you?
Good, thank you.
You have 2 minutes of time to cross question Captain of Negative Team, Mr. Ram Kumar Achupalli. Please pin the timer. Your time will start now. Please go ahead.
Good evening, DTM Ram. You spoke really well. And I have a few questions for you. Is it allowed in your office to come to your office in a sleeveless shirt and a short swimming trunk?
With my background of 27 years of experience in the corporate world-class environment, Kuwait Petroleum Corporation, I have never been going with a sleeveless shirt.
Yes.
I'm always wearing with the
If someone comes into your office with a sleeveless shirt and a swimming trunk, is it acceptable to you?
Sleeveless shirts
is it acceptable to you?
Yes, it is acceptable, but not with the vest.
A swimming trunk as well?
It is based on the policies that is mandatory, based on the research what we did.
Thank you for accepting that there is a certain policy in an office where people have to adhere to a strict dress code. Thank you for answering that question. My second question is, if a person is rich in a company and poor in a company, don't you think there will be a divide of financial divide? And don't you think people will feel inferior in the office?
I do not take this question. There is no talking about the rich or poor. We are talking about office environment.
Please answer the question. If someone can afford expensive clothes and someone can't afford
Again, I made my point. I'm not talking about the rich or poor.
Okay.
It is a just class example of an office environment.
Thank you for answering my question. And you yourself have categorically mentioned that people in army are okay to wear uniforms and the people in offices are not. Can you make a distinction?
Time up. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raza. Now you can go ahead your constitutive speech for the time is 3 minutes.
Are you able to hear me?
1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Chief Judge, let me complete my timing.
Yes.
Let me unmute them myself from my hand. Thank you. Over to you, A2.
Sorry, Timer, I didn't understand what you're trying to say. Timer, can you just repeat? Timer, Murli.
Go.
Yeah,
Okay, please
go
continue.
I am
Please
doing
continue.
the timing. I will mute the speaker when the time is over.
Yes, but the red had crossed over and few seconds you didn't mute. So I had to tell them to time out, especially if it's a rebuttal which is going on. Thank you. So as soon as it strikes red, please mute them. Thank you. Over to you.
Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening to all of you. We as the affirmative team firmly believe that uniforms have to be made mandatory in offices. And my points are as follows. A uniform, and my contention is identity. Identity for
Mohammed
yourself
Reza.
and identity for the company. Basically, is a walking, yeah? Are you able to hear me? A uniform basically is a walking advertisement for the company. When stepping out in the world, or working people are usually take notice of your uniforms through your company logos and emblems, and people get to know what your company name is. This is advertisement. This creates a sense of brand awareness within the locality and within the society as well. They act as an effective marketing tool and give a good first impressions on the customers. It can also help you to promote your business more efficiently and competently. Uniforms can give your company more exposure and publicity, hence increase brand retention in people's mind. My second point is identity. Uniform helps the workers bring a sense of identity within the company and the organization. Wearing the same clothes would lead to a feeling of team spirit and make the employees feel that they're a part of the company. This enables the employees to be more in the company, to be more active inside the company. It also promotes a feeling of loyalty and allegiance from employees towards the company. The third thing is this. I will give you an example. If you walk into a store, a large store, and you don't know where which item is placed, how do you identify the person for help? If someone is wearing an uniform, you can call out to them rather than looking rich. Uniforms give their employees a professional and an executive look. This pleases a customer when he first sees the employee. Moreover, it builds a sense of trust and confidence to the customer while interacting with an uniformed individual. The impression is that when people are speaking, and if a person is not uniformed, the impression is not very professional. And first impressions for the company are also really important.
Time up, time up, time up.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raza, for a beautiful speech. Sergeant Ram, could you please prepare our next speaker?
Thank you, moderator.
Yeah.
Hi, dear
Thank you.
Alan.
Hi,
How are you doing?
doing great.
We can see you clearly. Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, Toastmaster Ahmed, I can hear you clearly.
So you are 100% audible.
Thank
Did you pin the timer? Please do so if you're not.
Who is the timer again? It's Murali, right? Murali
Yeah,
ji. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Yes.
Okay, so you are ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, good luck. Over to you, moderator. Thank you.
How are you, Toastmaster Alan Paul?
Doing great, Toastmaster Mazrul.
Thanks a lot. And you have 2 minutes of time to cross question. Toastmaster
Mohammad
Riza.
Reza.
Yes.
Okay. Can I start?
Yeah, of course. Please go ahead. You pin the time. Timer, you pin the time. Yes.
Yes, I pinned the time.
Yeah. Please go ahead. The time
Thank
starts
you.
now, please.
Thank you. Warm good evening to my fellow Toastmasters and Toastmaster Riza. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
I have a lot of questions for you, and I would appreciate to save time if you can answer it in yes or no question. Yes or no. All right. So my
Please,
first
if
question
your
is,
question is an
moderator, I
open-ended
just asked a
question,
question.
Please.
Can you please allow me to ask the question?
Please allow
Yes, please.
him to ask the question. Please wait.
Yes. Okay. My first question is, do you want to have diversity in a workplace? Yes or no?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you. That proves. Thank you. Now my next question is, you talked about how walking advertisements. Now, there are jobs where you do not meet anyone from the outside, where you can sit at home and work as well, where you are not meeting anyone. Do you believe that there are these kind of jobs?
Of course, there are. But
Yes.
then we
Okay.
are
Thank you.
speaking
Thank you. I
about
got my answer.
companies
Let
who
me
are
move on to the next
having.
question. Moderator, can I please ask the question? Okay. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Please ask
Now,
any
is
more
this
questions.
helpful?
I'm okay to answer any of
Okay.
your questions.
Okay. Thank you. Is this helpful? Okay. Now, you also talked about the feeling of team spirit, right? And uniforms will bring this team spirit. Now,
Of
what
course,
if
yes.
people are not comfortable with their uniforms?
What do you mean not comfortable with the
There are
uniform?
people who find it a little offensive. They might not be. There are some offices which allow short skirts, and some people may not be comfortable with short skirts. Do you agree?
See, every company can tweak their requirements
Every
as well.
company can
Even
create,
in,
yes.
yeah, every company has.
But you're not
Some
answering
of
my
the.
question, Toastmaster
I'm
Riza.
asking your question. I mean, what do you mean not comfortable?
I just told you about short skirts in work. Some people are not comfortable with that. I think I got all my answers.
A company can.
Time up, time up. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alan. Now you can go for the constructive speech. The time is 3 minutes. Please go ahead.
I'm unmuted, right?
Yes, now. Please go ahead now.
Just a minute, let me pin the timer. I was spotlighted. Okay, thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Our opponents seem to be confused because the motion on the floor is uniforms should be made mandatory in all offices. While their arguments are true, and we also agree with them about creating brand awareness, about team spirit, but we are talking here about all the offices, not just for stores, not just for cricket stadiums. And the team captain said that the team captain said that he's not concentrating on diversity in a workplace, rather it's equality, while his second speaker already believes that we need to have diversity in workplace. So thank you for confirming on these points, my worthy opponents. Now I will be having two contentions in place. About first one is why, with 7 arguments. First one is about why uniforms is a violation of our freedom of expression. And second is about how this is an outdated practice. Now, back in the Industrial Revolution, when people used to go to factories, they used to wear all this protective gear, and it made sense for them to have a uniform in place. But over the course of the years that has come, a lot of new jobs have emerged, and in many cases, we do not need uniforms. I agree that we may need uniforms for some offices, but not all offices, and that is what we are debating about today. Now, imagine on your way to office, you forget your tie. And once you reach the office, because you didn't have a tie, you are sent back or fined in some way, or you're somehow frowned upon. Is this productive in any environment? Are we slaves? Why do we have to follow these outdated practices? We come in different colors, sizes, and heights, and our uniforms don't flatter all of them. Employees can feel really embarrassed every time they look in the mirror, as their uniform emphasizes everything that they don't like about their body. And this sort of negativity overall over a really long time can really take a toll on their self-esteem. There are people who are highly insecure with certain dress code, and they are uncomfortable and they're humiliated. Uniforms violate the First Amendment of our Constitution, the freedom of expression, guaranteeing one of the freedom of the expression. Now, most importantly, it assures the citizens freedom of expressions. It is not just saying that what you want to say. Now, expressing your ideologies, beliefs, and philosophies are hindered by office uniforms. That's because you are forced to wear something that you don't believe in. Uniform sculptures us freedom of expression and forces us to conform. Clothing is a way to explore and discover our identity, and not being allowed to do that can numb our creativity and individuality in a world that carves it. Uniforms should not be made mandatory. This only works as a
Thank you, Toastmaster Ellen Paul. Very nice speech. Sergeant, can you please make the next speaker for the cross-examination?
Thank you so much, moderator. Dear Sangeeta, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, dear. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Are you in your position, ready to speak?
I am.
Yes, you
Am
are
I audible?
100% audible. Yes. Did
Yes,
you pin the
okay.
timer?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you are ready?
Okay.
Okay, dear, good luck. Moderator, speaker is ready.
Thank you, Sergeant Ram. Toastmaster Sangeeta, are you ready for the
Yes.
debate?
Yes, moderator.
So you have 2 minutes of time to cross question Ellen Paul. Please go ahead. Your time starts now, please.
All right. Good evening, second speaker, Ellen Paul. Can I ask 1 or 2 questions to you?
Sure. Yes, Sangeeta.
All right. Okay. I heard a lot about the outdated practices, slavery, self-esteem, and so on. And you said you don't have freedom of speech. You have to force
Freedom of
them to wear
expression.
uniforms. Yes. So before you go for the interview, though you don't know about the rules and regulations of that organization, whether we have to wear uniform or not. And then once you know or you don't know.
See, it depends on the company. Our motion on the floor is that it should not be made mandatory for all the offices.
You know or you won't know. You don't know whether you
It
should or you
depends.
shouldn't, because
If
you were
they
talking
tell us,
about
we'll get to know.
freedom. You were talking
If they
about
tell us,
freedom
we'll get to know. Some companies do not tell us that.
and force. Is that a force? I mean, you don't read about the company before you go for the interview. Are you telling that they force? Slavery is a big word, you know.
Are you saying
what
that?
kind of slavery they
Are
use
you
for
saying that
uniforms? I don't
uniforms
understand.
cannot be changed at one point in the office? Uniforms are not consistent in the office. They can change at any time.
Whose job is that? Employers or employees? Do we have to
Employers.
go and question about the uniform, or do we have to ask about what is our salary and how are we going to be contributing to the organization? Which is your focus now?
About, yes, the latter. In my case, in my individual case, it is the latter. But we are talking about the general perspective, not about what you or me are talking about. It's about the general practice.
We are not talking about generals. Our focus is,
You're
should
talking about
uniform
general?
be made
Okay, thank you.
mandatory?
I think we
Should
already
not be
got our
made
answer.
If that makes you happy, Ellen. So we all understood that you're confused with the meaning of,
No,
what you're
I'm not
supposed to
confused. I
say.
feel you're confused.
Time up. Time up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta. Now you can go for your constructive speech. You have 3 minutes of time. Toastmaster Sangeeta, are you there?
Wait.
Yeah, you're muted. Sangeeta, you need to repeat your sentence again.
Wait. I will
Yes.
unmute. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So thank you and good evening to the respected moderator, fellow Toastmasters, and my worthy opponents. My worthy opponents mentioned a lot about things not related to the resolution because uniforms should be made mandatory in all offices. And they were talking about something about slavery and biasness and all that. All right, biased opinions and people should wear. Well, I think that yes, uniforms should be made mandatory in offices. Why? The first thing is because it saves our time. It saves the personal time of the employees. Because why do we want to waste time on what clothes to wear tomorrow? What kind of dress, what tie I need to wear, what kind of blazers, what kind of shoes, and what are the things I need to wear? It's wasting time because in an organization, it's not like what the first speaker said, manufacturing and office got any differences. For me, it's an organization. We all want productivity. Our focus is productivity. We want the organization to succeed. So we need to focus. Why do we have to waste time? We need what we need to Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and so on. Because you see, I have worked in a Japanese company as a planner few years ago. From the managing director to the managers to the supervisors to the office boy, everybody wears the same uniform because our intention was to produce the whatever that we were producing, and then send to the suppliers, to those who demand the goods. We were looking for the profit, and when the company is profitable, we share the profit equally. We get good salaries, we get good bonuses. That was our focus on. It's not about what we are going to wear, what shoe we are going to wear, use, and what dress we are going to wear. So why need to make it, why need to say like, no, you can wear whatever you want. It makes you feel relaxed. It makes you feel comfortable. It makes you feel so stressed. Hello, we are here to work. And of course, by wearing uniform, I don't see any statistics saying that by wearing uniform, you will be mentally depressed or you will go into stress and you will go into slavery. All we are saying is focus on your work. Wearing a uniform is a clear indicator to the brain that it's time to work, according to Dr. Karen Pine, a professor of psychology at the University of Hertfordshire. So I think that our focus, look at our focus. Next is protection. Certain jobs, of course, we need protection. Not only certain jobs, all jobs need protection. So why we need to wear something that is going to injure us or going to give us any problems, in what we wear? If we are wearing uniform, I'm sure the office or the organization knows how good it is for us. So as a conclusion, I believe that uniforms should be made mandatory because it is to save time and also
Thank you very much, Sangeeta, for your beautiful speech. Sergeant Tom, can I ask you for the next speaker? N3, Shruta Srivastava.
Thank you, moderator.
Yeah.
Hi, dear Shruti.
Hello, Amit.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
We can see you clearly. Can you hear my voice clearly?
I can.
Okay, you are 100% audible. Did you pin the timer?
I haven't. I will do it now. Done.
Okay, you are ready?
I am.
Okay, good luck. Moderator, speaker is ready. Over to you.
Thank you, SSA. Toastmaster Shruti, you have 2 minutes of time to cross-examine Sangeeta. Your time will start now, please. Go ahead, yeah.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, and in particular, Toastmaster Sangeeta. How are you doing?
Good, Shruti. So far, so good.
Awesome. Sounds like music to my ears. So you mentioned about 2 points that I could distill from your speech. First of which was timing, that we do not want to waste time deciding what to wear. And second thing was productivity, which are somewhere or the other linked to one another. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. You mentioned about waste of time in deciding what shoes, what blazer, what suit, what attire, what formal thing to wear at work. Isn't that a part of a dress code or uniform at work?
Uniform is you don't have to think what to wear. They have already given you what to wear. You just have to wear that.
But what you're talking about here is the particular shoes, blazer, suits that you want to decide what to wear. Okay, I'm unable to hear you clearly. I'll move on to the next one. You mentioned about focus on productivity. Yes, I would like to reiterate the point that I'm also talking about the productivity at work and not waste the time of management in moral policing people or their employees on what to wear and what not to wear. Do you agree with this point, Toastmaster Sangeeta?
You see, an organization decide that there is a uniform for the employees because they just want to focus on productivity. It's not about the clothes. Yes, I'm coming back to your point, Toastmaster Shruti. When we have a uniform, nobody has to waste any time. Management already decided before they take in the employees. So what is there to be confused about?
No, the confusion is about...
Tama, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. Now you can go ahead for your constructive speech. The time is 3 minutes.
Thank you so much. Good evening again. I am here to talk about more comfort, more results. And why do you think am I talking about that? Because researchers have found that people who dress as per their comfort level, as per they want to become, to dress to work, they follow directions better. For instance, I for one want to wear saris all the time, no matter what kind of formal event I want to wear saris. And other experts, on the other hand, assert that more laid back approach to dress will cause more productivity because employees for one will not think about uniform because their personality, their expression of their life will not be caged in just one kind of dress. Second point that I want to make here is that one of the greatest challenges of CEOs and HRs, and we all are coming from the corporate backgrounds, is that changing the culture of the workplace. We are talking about diversity and inclusion and to have a no racial discrimination or no religious discrimination. And here we are talking about uniforms. We want to cage everyone in just one attire. Why? I do not agree with this because having just one attire will curb the diversity at your workplace. There is one research that was conducted by Deloitte, which is an MNC, that the impact of organizational culture on one's identity makes a great impact on the productivity or future of a company. And our uniforms form a great part of that culture. Not only this, uniforms can cause religious discrimination. A person from one sect might not be comfortable dressing in a particular way, like a point made by my fellow team member. Second point, that uniform causes a racial discrimination, which also is certain kinds of uniforms are unfair to certain religious sects for their spiritual practices. And also disability discrimination, certain kind of disabilities do not allow a person to wear a shoe or a blazer or a coat or a tie. It could be a problem for them. Not only this, a research conducted by a renowned university in the US talked about that 61%, that's not small number, 61% of employees were more productive when they were asked not to wear a uniform, but wear whatever they wanted to wear. Don't you think that it's not a small number? Companies like Google and Facebook and Deloitte and Infosys are day by day promoting this work culture where diversity and inclusion is the essence of it, the ethos of the workplace practices. Not only this, we are talking about a global village, the world being a global image. And right now we are in the midst of the global pandemic. Who cares what you're wearing? We just care how many hours you're logged in and how many hours you're productive. I do not care what my team is wearing. My boss does not care what I'm wearing. Hey, I want to wear just saris. I told you in the beginning of my speech, and which is why I'm here in this Toastmaster debate wearing a sari.
Time up.
Thank you, Timer. Thank you, Shruti, Toastmaster Shruti, for a very beautiful speech. Sergeant Ritam, can I ask you to prepare Kunal Jain to cross question Shruti? Sergeant Ritam.
Kunal?
Yeah, Kunal Jain, A1.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Are you
prepare.
there?
It is quite a strange feeling because she's my mentor. I don't know how to counter her.
You are ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, good luck. Moderator? Speaker is
Thank you, sir.
ready.
Thank you, sir. Kunal Jain, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Yeah. So you have 2 minutes of time to cross question Toastmaster Shruti. Please go ahead now.
Thank you so much. Without wasting any time, my friend and my mentor Shruti, I have just a few questions for you. The first question here is, please think, and I would also request the audience to listen to this point carefully. She mentioned that 61%, mind you, she harped on the word, 61% of the people said that their productivity increased when they were wearing good or whatever they wanted to wear to the workplace. My dear mentor and my dear friend, what about the rest 39%? If 61% is a big number, 39% is not a small number. Do you think there is a possibility that those 39% were not comfortable and should also be given importance? I will repeat. Do you think that there is a possibility that those 39% would not be comfortable wearing whatever and they would hamper their productivity? Please give an answer as a yes or no.
Toastmaster Kunal, repeating a point will not make it heavier on gravity purpose. But where is the thing, where is the research which says that 100% of
My dear
productivity,
friend Shruti, I'm asking you, is there a
100% of
possibility or not?
productivity occurs
My dear
when
friend
everyone is
Shruti,
dressed in a
Please,
civil
one speak
uniform.
at a time.
Moderator,
One at a time.
moderator, is there a possibility, yes or no?
No.
You think there's no possibility those 39%? I would
Where
request
is
the
it?
audience to give their attention that my
Written that
friend
100%
says that
of
there is no
employer?
possibility. Okay, second question, my dear friend. You said first that expression of life is so important. And at second, you say, who cares what you're wearing? I don't understand how this makes sense because at the first point you say it is an expression of life, and second you say who cares what you're wearing.
Again, you're wasting time in repeating points. I would like to add in here. I said,
my
who
dear
cares what
friend,
you're
could you
wearing
let
when
me
you
complete
are
my
in future of
question? You
work,
are just
when you're working from
moderator.
home?
She's not letting me complete my question.
Toastmaster
So
Kunal,
the
please ask.
question is, do you
Please
think
allow
it
her
is
to
Please
answer.
allow her to answer.
Please allow her to answer.
Answer. Thank you.
Okay. I mentioned about who cares what I wear when I'm working from home. When I'm amidst the global pandemic, my boss does not care what I'm wearing. I do not care what my teammates are wearing.
So do you go to work to prove your expression or do you go to work to work?
I go to work along with my expression. That's a part of my persona.
Time up. Thank you.
Time up, time up, time up.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kunal, for a wonderful cross-examination. And now I think there's a breakout room time for 2 minutes. Before we go for the summary speech. Host, can you please take all the contestants to breakout room?
At the time once the moderator confirms all are in the breakout room.
So timer, please make 2 minutes time for them to be there.
Wait, don't start the timer now. Let them first
You may
move to the
start.
breakout room. Moderator Anwar, have they all moved?
Yes, can I request timer Sandipan to time for 2 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. In the meantime, we'll observe complete silence, and I would request all the judges in the audience to reflect back on the debating aspect so that you can cast a vote with all the 4 core values of Toastmasters. We'll observe 2 minutes silence. Thank you.
Host Toastmaster.
Yes, time up.
Yes, time up. Host Toastmaster Anwar, could you please bring contestants back to debate?
I can see they are back. We can begin.
Sergeant at Arms, could you please prepare speaker A1 for his summary speech?
Somebody's mobile is switched on. Can you, I am unable to see.
Toastmasters Kunal. Hello. Are you ready for your constructive speech?
I cannot hear you
Your
properly.
voice. Sorry?
I cannot hear you properly, ma'am.
Are you ready for your speech?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, and you pinned the timer already, right?
No, I will pin him just a second. Thank you for reminding, ma'am. Yes, I pinned him right now.
Ready to go? Ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Good luck, and back to you, moderator.
Good evening, Toastmaster Kunal Jain.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
Very well, sir. Quite charged up.
Thanks a lot. You have 3 minutes of time for your summary speech. You
Thank
can
you.
start now.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead.
Thank you so much, my dear fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I am back once again. And I would like to bring to your notice one important point, that every coin has two sides. And we've listened to both the sides now, but now it's time for us to choose the side. On one side, we have equality. On one side, we have productivity. On one side, we have identity and a sense of belonging. And on the other side is creative expression. And on the other side is slavery and carelessness, where one person said, if I forgot to wear my tie, I go back home. Buddy, you forgot to wear your tie because you were careless, not because someone forced you to. So what side do we choose? My dear fellow friends and esteemed guests, what side do you choose? Do you suit the choice, which is why we go to work for the first place? We go to work to enhance our productivity. We are all for diversity, but we want that when we go to the workplace, there we are all treated as equal. A workplace is not for your creative expression. You go to Facebook, but you don't go to work for creative expression. For creative expression, you can do whatever you want. But when you go to work, all focus should be on your work, on your productivity, on your quality, and a sense of belonging. My dear fellow Toastmasters, my worthy opponent were harping on the fact that slavery, we are not robots, it's our self-expression. Yes, it is. But is that the reason we all go to work? Is that the reason? Definitely not. So now it's time for us to choose a choice, choose a side. And the side is equality, is productivity, is a sense of belonging and team spirit. And that is what is missing in humanity today. And that is where we need to harp and harp again and again. The floor is all yours. Think about it and then choose a side which makes workplace a place where everybody is treated equally. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, affirmative team captain Toastmaster Kunal Jain, for a wonderful speech, summary speech. Sergeant Ram, could you please prepare speaker Anwar Ram Kumar for his summary speech?
Thank you, moderator. Hi, dear Ram. You're not audible.
Mute. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Are you ready for your speech?
Thank you. Yes, I'm ready.
Please pin the timer.
Thank you.
Moderator, speaker is ready. Over to you.
Thank you, Sergeant Ram. Good evening, Toastmaster Ram Kumar Achupalli.
Good evening.
You have 3 minutes of time for your summary speech. You can start now, please.
Thank you, my fellow worthy affirmative team. I congratulate you for describing and taking us to the vivid images of the sports, cricket stadium, introducing us with the national sports, top cricket players, Gucci, brand, emblem, and whatnot. But the topic is given to uniform should be mandatory in all offices. Affirmative one speaker, Kunal Zain, he talked about the Gucci dress code. The second, Toastmaster Raza, uniform should be mandatory. He talked about Exposing publicity, sense of identity will come with the uniform. Well, what does a PR, public relations officers do? Executive look professionals. Productivity counts. Yes, we believe the productivity what we mentioned by the Toastmaster Sangeeta, the affirmative third team. Productivity does not come with the wearing a dress code. Productivity comes with the team collaboration. Smart use and distribution of co-working spaces are meant to have a positive impact on work team dynamics as well as increased comfort and higher communication standards among professionals in the work office environment. We have spoken very well. Diversity works. My affirmative negative team to Alan Paul explained when we questioned, they were not comfortable giving the answers. Shortcuts, short skirts. No answer was given when raised to second affirmative team. Contentions raised, uniforms, why outdated practices are there. We also mentioned why need of a uniform and why it is not working anymore because it's outdated. Work culture, free people. Now, we have clearly identified my third speaker, 61% from the Deloitte, Google, infographics, the survey which we have. Employees were more productive when there were no uniform. We clearly identified 61%. Out of 39%, what we mentioned, it is also relevant to the people who are physically disabled. They cannot wear tie, they cannot wear based on the physical condition. And 51% of the employees said they did their best work when dressed casually. I also focused on 50.2% of the employees in wearing uniform at work according to workplace survey are not comfortable. And 40% of respondents who were uniform were conditioned to monitor, to wear based on the office environment. They're bound with rule, not with freedom. Fellow Toastmasters, audiences, do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Office environment like secretaries, which I've highlighted, I'm coming from the corporate environment, should be mandatory to the uniform? I don't think so. Yes, people's productivity increases with the team dynamics. Finally, I would like to summarize with diversity works, code of ethics works when we have a dress code policies for office environment.
Thank you so much, Negro Team Captain Ram Kumar. And I believe we all have wonderful time listening to all these debaters. Thank you for this opportunity given to me. Now I will hand over to MC Toastmaster Harshit Malu. Over to you, MC of the day.
Hello. Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mazhul Haq. Both the affirmative team and the negative team were too amazing. I was just listening to them. So it's time for voting. Please vote for the best.
Just a minute before the vote is being cast. Yeah, I would just like to intervene and speak. Yeah, MC, can I just intervene? Thank you so much. Yeah, before you cast your vote, I think all these wonderful speakers deserve a huge round of applause. In a 30 minutes duration, they presented effective arguments on both the sides to convince us whether or not you should have uniform. So I think, come on, give us some reactions to them. They deserve it. Yes. Sends us then. Now I would request the moderator if you can take away the co-host right of all the role players. Anwar, thank you so much. And once again, I would reiterate the core values of Toastmasters. Please, if you have listened to all of them effectively, cast your vote with all the 4 core values of, tell me once again, core values of? Yeah, come on, let me hear from you. Integrity, service, excellence, and respect. Yes, please keep that in mind. And let's cast our vote for the best team, best affirmative debater, and best negative debater. So let's get started with poll number 1. You've launched all the polls?
Yes, Chief Judge, we have launched all the polls. Just
Okay,
to
then
see
you
the
have to
time.
scroll down. Yes, you have to scroll down, I think, because I can see only 2 right now. So you need to intimate them that you have to scroll, right? Anwar?
Yes,
Come on,
Chief
I can
Judge.
see. Yes, you have an abstain. If you have not listened to any of them, please click on abstain. Vote for the best debate team, best affirmative debater, and scroll down to see the best negative debater as well. We will have 1.5 minutes to vote, or we'll have 75%, whichever vote we reach faster. 50% voted. Come on, go ahead. Excellent. It's very neck to neck. It's 1 minute cross now. 69%. 18 out of 26 have voted. Yes, you can vote for your own team. Even the debaters are allowed to vote. Come on, all of you can cast a vote. The sergeant at arms, the MC, vote with the core values.
It's not scrolling.
Why isn't it scrolling? Just click on it and then press the arrow key, down arrow key. And if you are logged in from your mobile, then you have to swipe, I think, on the right side. Yes, you can swipe
There
on the
is no
right.
poll. Now only it's come. Yeah.
Yeah, it's come. Yeah, we'll give you extended time. Yeah. If you are from your laptop, you need to scroll down. And if you're on the mobile phone, you have to scroll on the right or left.
In the next 5 seconds, we will be closing the poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Okay. Anwar, have you noted it down?
Yes, Chief Judge, we may move on.
Thank you. I think we had a great time with the debate. Team, you all were, as our keynote speaker said, you all missed the keynote speaker, but I must say you all had your passion, your enthusiasm, and your conviction right in place. I don't know whether the affirmative agreed to your terms or the negative were actually negating it, but you all were very, very convincing in your arguments. Now, the excellent point, yes, the excellent point that you all have raised is Kunal Jain, I really liked your that cricket simile that you have said. Ram Kumar touched upon a lot of statistics. Riza had something to say about the brand. Ellen had a freedom of expression. All these are take-home values that you had. And Sangeeta, yes, Sangeeta had about save time and you need to focus on work. Countering that was Shruti, who said, when you're more comfortable, you give more results. So each of you had amazing, amazing take-home points. Thank you so much. Now let's wait for the result. And yes, I know the result, but I'm still excited to announce it. So Anwar, you have to tell me when we are ready. And right now, I'll hand it over to our awesome MC. MC, over to you. Kindly entertain the audience. MC, okay, 1 minute. Let's
Thank you
ask the
so
MC.
much.
Yeah, you would like to have a uniform at work, or you would like to be colorful like a peacock at work, whatever. MC, what's your take? Harshit.
Yes, what you told, can you repeat it once again?
I said, what is your take? Whether you'd like to dress up, wear a uniform for work, or would you like to go very colorful, different attire, diversified look? What
Dress
would you
up.
like to have? Okay.
Dress up.
You would like to dress up. Right.
Chief Judge, if you ask
So-
me, I'm wearing the same coat of my company.
You're wearing a coat of company. Okay. You know how I came out? Yeah, I would like to say that I came up on this topic is Anwar told me first. Please keep it very light, very light. Because I wanted something like the first topic which I thought of was like, online payment. Is online payment makes life easy or no. Resolve that online payment makes life easy. But then I thought I don't want to have something heavy. I want you all to relax and speak about it. But yeah, whatever you spoke were very valid, and I think it was an easy topic. Now, one question which I wanted to ask you is the affirmative team who said that yes, we agree to wearing uniform. Exactly what is your take in it? Do you agree or you don't agree? In personal life, let's see. Forget the debate part.
Ma'am, there are two perspectives. One is
No,
the
no, no,
employer.
forget about the debate. The debate is over now, and your rating is as
So
well.
if I'm an employer, I will want my employees to wear uniform.
If you're an employer, you want employees to wear uniform. And
But if I'm an employee, I want to wear without a uniform.
Without
Chief Judge,
uniform. Okay.
Chief
Okay.
Judge,
What about Ram
the
Kumar?
Chief
Yes,
Judge,
it's ready.
the results are ready. I think we can move on to the MC. Before the results, we have the MC to close his segment.
Yes. MC,
Thank you.
over to you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Chief Judge. So moving forward, it's time to call upon someone who is behind the bar, but she has worked really hard for this very day to make it the very best one for this evening or this afternoon. She is our project manager in HSBC and a charter member of world's first Bengali Toastmasters Club, Al Charita. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Toastmaster Jaita, the event chair for this evening.
Thanks a lot.
Over to you,
Thank you,
Toastmaster Jaita.
everyone. Without your efforts, thank you. Thank you so much. So without your efforts, especially Anwar, he helped me for each and everything. So it was like, very, very first experience for us, for the entire team of SLTM. But yes, really the way we worked together, it really showed a very good team effort. And also, each and everyone put their efforts. So congratulations, both the team, both have done very well. And we are very short in time. So without further delay, I would like to hand over the certificates to all the role players. So Anwar, yeah, can you share the screen? Yeah, it's time to appreciate for all the role players. First of all, for Arija, DTM Arija for the chief sub position. Congratulations, Arija. Sorry, Arij Jafar for your wonderful contribution today. Next, Amit Maheshwari from SLTM, who has done a wonderful job today. Congratulations, Amit.
Thank you.
Harshit from SLTM, who did a splendid job today. Our MC, wonderful contribution for your side. Congratulations for your effort. DTM Murali Manhar from the Elite Debate Clubs. Congratulations, sir. Sandipan Datta, timer from SLTM. A very good job done, and congratulations. The man behind Anwar, he did a very good job done, and all the efforts has been put by him. So thank you, sir. Congratulations. Next, our VP Education from Salt Lake Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Anatosh Ghosh, for your wonderful contribution. Thank you, sir. Next is Mazharul Haq for your wonderful presence today. Thank you for your effort today. Our DTM Achita Tiwari from Kolkata side for the keynote speaker today. Wonderful job done. Congratulations. Next is Tabassum Ali for your wonderful contribution as a chief judge. is it to Chief Judge? Sorry, yeah, Chief Judge for this wonderful evening. Congratulations, ma'am. So now's the time for the result. So I would hand over the podium to the Chief Judge. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Anwar, I would request that, yes, you can give a chance for everyone to unmute themselves for the results. Come on. Are we ready for the results? Show me some reactions.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Ready for the results? Come on. Okay, now both the teams are amazing, and it's about, as Mike Carr said, that victory is in trying, victory is not in the results. Okay, so this is not a result, but yeah, it's a formality which we'll be adhering to. So which team do you think, affirmative or negative? COVID positive or negative? Yeah.
Negative.
Cheer for your team, guys. Cheer for your team.
Negative.
Affirmative. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Drum rolls. Certificate of winning best team. Negative. Like the COVID, it's like when it's negative, you're happy. Congratulations, both the teams.
Congratulations, Ram, Alan, and all.
Thank you, Arvind. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Affirmative team did a brilliant performance.
They helped us win, actually, Alan. Bringing the Virat Kohli into the office, introducing us, Dhoni.
Right.
So they helped us.
You. Congratulations, Ram Kumar, Alan, Paul, and Shruti. And also congratulations to the affirmative team. Now, let's come to the affirmative team. And who is the best debater? All of you debated amazingly well. And who convinced us a lot that yes, you should wear a uniform. Uniform is the norm. You must wear uniform. Who convinced us the most?
Kunal
Who
Jain.
is it? Any guesses?
Kunal Jain.
Kunal.
Kunal.
Sangeeta.
Oh, congrats.
All of
Well
them.
done,
All of them.
Kunal.
That's
All the
Kunal
best.
Jain, the captain. Affirmative team. And now for the negative team. Yes, guesses, come on.
Alan.
Okay, let's announce.
Shruti.
Alan, Ram Kumar, all of you were good.
Alan.
Freedom of expression. Everybody was taken in by the freedom. Congratulations to all the winners and participants. Thank you so much, Anwar Adam and the event chair, for giving me this opportunity. I had a great time today. Thank you so much. God bless you. Be safe and be negative from COVID. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Judge Tabassum Ali. Antosh, how did you like the meeting today?
Well, I really enjoyed the passion that all the team members showed today. And I think they were hearing the keynote speech also in their breakout rooms, because that evidently showed. What do you think, Anwar?
Very true. I actually was checking with the chief surgeon at times whether that they were actually audible, because everything what the keynote speaker said, they were actually not on. They actually excelled it. But around the whole show, there was one lady who was behind the show, who was giving away the certificates. But where did her appreciation go? So let's put our hands together for the lady behind the event, our event chair for today. We would like to give a small appreciation certificate to this lady, Toastmaster Jaita. Thank you, Toastmaster Jaita, for all your effort.
Yes, I definitely loved the spirit of Jaita, because the whole part of organizing this debate from start till the very end until today. So she has been all over and organizing everything with both Anwar and me, and of course all the team members.
Well, I think we are behind schedule. I am sure all of you enjoyed. We will allow you. We need to take feedback. So I will appreciate if all the guests can stay back so we can take some feedback. But formally, let's close the meeting because we are already behind schedule. So I would like to call the acting president of Salt Toastmaster Club to call the meeting adjourned. Over to you, Antosh.
Well, I started off the meeting. It's now time for you to close the meeting.
No, Antosh, let it be. You can close this.
No, it's fine. You can close it.
I think we are going to debate over this. So let's make a promise today that this won't be our first and our last joint meeting. We are going to be back with a lot more events. So stay tuned, elite debaters and Salt Lake Toastmasters. With that note, Antosh, can we close? The meeting is
let's close. Adjourned.
adjourned. Thank you all. Thank you for your time. It's open to all for networking. We would like to start hearing from Manjeet.
Yeah, Manjeet has been enthusiastic. Yes.
How did you
Thank
like
you
the
so
meeting
much.
today?
It was lovely. I really enjoyed. This is the first time I have seen a debate on Toastmasters platform, and it was a real learning experience. And even the keynote speaker was excellent. Like to have contact,
Great.
and I'm very glad I have spent my time so by. And congratulations to both the clubs. Both the clubs. Lovely.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate your kind words. Can we hear from Angelina? Angelina?
Good evening, good afternoon, even good morning still here in Brazil. I have to confess that I was amazed for this event. I am member of São Paulo Toastmasters, and currently we are preparing a debate contest in whole Brazil. So my intention was really to learn from you guys, and you did it perfectly. I participated also last week in debate, and I was really amazed, especially because of this cross-examination session that you did. It's really challenging for all members, I can imagine, but it brings a lot of new knowledge for all of us. So really, and thank you very, very much. And I would like to ask you also, I was wondering if you use some special manual for your club, or do you use a Toastmaster manual for debating?
So we do use the Toastmaster manual, but we have made a few tweaks just to make it convenient for the speakers. So regarding the timeline and certain things, we have made some changes. And today what you saw was very different from last time. The timing was different. We also introduced a speaker or someone called assist, which was A4 or N4, which was just basically as a backup and to help in the preparation. And that was some addition which is not there in the manual, and it was impromptu today. So that was a new. Usually in debates, just for the benefit of everyone, there are different ways. You at times give a topic and you agree upon the terms. There are certain times when you don't agree, you just give the topic up well in advance and express, allow the debaters to express. So, it all depends. But we are still working on standardizing. So right now, as a club, I think it was a great initiative, and we are just spreading the message of debating across. Gradually, we will standardize, and it will make it easy for across the globe to debate, on one platform.
Thank you very much. But really, congratulations, and I was amazed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Moderator, can you allow us everyone to have the chat messages free?
Sure. I'm sorry about that. We will just open that. Can we hear from the winners? Actually, we would like to hear from Kunal. Kunal, can we hear some feedback from you?
Feedback regarding the debate or the experience?
About your experience. Debate, we have heard enough from you.
I think everybody got emotional and they voted for what they wanted. Any which ways, I think the experience was amazing. I loved how the conversation was there, and everybody had their own sides, and everybody was hell-bent on their own side, and they were not willing to listen. We had to be honest, our side was very negative, but we still made a point that we won't give it out. We will still fight for it till the end. But it was a good debate as such, because I think their views were very, very strong, and we tried to do whatever best we could.
Thank you, Kunal. That's the beauty of debate, actually. Certain times you don't agree, but you need to talk for it. I'm sure Shruti needs to add, but I will like to hear from our next winner, which was Alan Paul. How was your experience, Alan, today?
Hi, Anwar, and hi, everyone. It was actually quite fun because we are used to a lot of preparations, for our debates, where we sit and prepare, bring in the facts, statistics, and all these things. So in that 30 minutes that was given to us, we were brainstorming, and a lot was going on. And we also got to work with the team in Salt Lake. So we got to meet a lot of vibrant Toastmasters. And I noticed in the debate also about how vibrant the Salt Lake Toastmasters are. And I was like thinking, this has given me a lot of opportunity. It was a great experience, and doesn't matter about who won. The experience is what counts. So I had a lot of fun with my team and with the opposition. You guys gave us a tough time. So thank you guys once again, and please keep in touch. We would love to keep doing this again.
Thank you, Alan. I would certainly want to hear from Ram, but Ram, we will hear from Shruti.
I would like to ask everyone now, do they believe that there should be dress code or not? We are not having a debate right now. We are not judgmental about it. Do you believe that or not?
Let's
You can please switch on your cams if you want to, because we are not judging you for your dress codes.
Let's debate it over again.
It's in my opinion, it is a must for a good organization, a professional organization.
In fact, Shruti, to be, I would put it this way: it should be made mandatory for all Toastmasters club. It's very difficult because, especially with online, with a normal, physical meeting, at least twice you used to attend. Now online, every day you have to attend, and same users keep coming, and you need to keep changing your, outfit. So it's good to have an, uniform. You stay with that all day.
Anwar, I have seen you with this uniform all the time.
I have a point here. There is a new dress code that's called above the keyboard dressing.
Good one. Well, thank you, Shruti. Can we hear from the winning captain, DTM Ram Kumar, captain and the winning team?
Well, thank you, Anwar. That was amazing to see new faces, international guests. I missed our keynote speaker, but overall the experience. Thank you. The experience was awesome, isn't it? When we debate, what it comes to my mind is integrity and respect for other person. That's the key thing. We are arguing on the issue, not picking on a particular person. We are arguing on the words. We are arguing on particular reference or quote. So what it inspired me today, why did we won? Because they made us easy. I never saw the Virat Kohli except in the television, but today virtually.
Ram, debate is over. So no more debate discussion now.
Yes, in the debate, they made us easy, but overall we enjoyed. And one thing, if I want to say, is awesome. Winning doesn't matter. Like giving it a try matters. What our world champion Mark Carr said, like Tabassum highlighted. Affirmative team was awesome too. Thank you.
I would like to hear from Ani, who was supposed to be the captain, and then I don't know what happened. So how was your experience?
And Anwar, before I go, I want to thank my teammate. Wonderful. Of course, productivity will not increase with the salary. I know that. Shruti was awesome with the statistics, and Alan Paul, if he's here, thank you. Sincere gratitude. Loved it. Thank you.
Yes, Ani, your turn.
For me, it was a great learning experience. I learned so much from these people, from all of them, from DTM Alan, from DTM Ram, and Toastmaster Shruti, from all of them. And I just hope that someday I will be able to reach their level and debate like them. So that's about it. Thank you so much. I'm
I
proud
could
of my
see
team.
them debating, but you sweating it out. So just one tip for you, brother, that is, you can't learn swimming standing outside the pool. So today you were assisting, but next debate, I look forward to see you as a captain. So good luck with that. We would like to hear from our timer now, DTM Murli, if you are there.
Yes, yes. I wanted to say it was a great meeting. Happy to meet both. Um, it was good to meet both my families, one from Kuwait, from Kolkata. But the best part is I like the concept of having the additional speaker or backup speaker, hotspot, hot seat, whatever you call it, or if all the four were there to provide information. That's a nice concept. And I really love this concept, like Alan said, preparing the topic for almost 10 days. People like Mohammad Reza, they make sure that every day night 9 o'clock is their time. But this one, it's only that half an hour of time of preparation, which shows like an impromptu speech. Very well done. And we should have such meetings. If you can allow me, I would like to announce something, say something that as I've just landed in Hyderabad, I'm trying to contact Hyderabad Toastmasters here, and I'm planning to start a debate club in Hyderabad. This is the inspiration I got from you and from DTM Noor, who is not here, but he's also an Hyderabadi. So anyone interested from Hyderabad, if you know people, yeah, Shruti, very good. So I would be happy if you can communicate this, and my number is with all of you. I have to help District 98. I'm a club growth director, club extension chair in District 20, but I would like to do this service also for District 98. So it's a great opportunity. And thanks a lot, Anwar Adam, for having the confidence that I can do this role. Thank you very much.
I do have the confidence that you can do any role. This is an amazing person, and I really, I really envy that he's left Kuwait. He's such a passionate. You call him anytime, any role. I have not seen anyone who is so capable to take up any role and so friendly, down to earth. Thank you, and we wish you the very best. But you didn't, also inform the big news that all those people who will be contacting DTM Murli today will get discount in their membership.
Why not? Why not?
So,
pay 1 year. They will pay 1 year.
I think your voice is breaking.
Your voice is breaking, DTM
Your voice
Murli.
is breaking, DTM Murli. Okay, we will come back to you, DTM Murli. Amit, I would like to hear your experience today.
Yeah, it was fabulous, and I think the preparation I did with Ariz, it's all worth it.
Perfect.
And to be in the breakout room to listen to what Ram and everyone is preparing, and I cannot say a word. So that is a unique experience.
You and Arij literally surprised us. Arij is District 20 surprise package. She always comes up with something. So we were sure when Arij and you were teaming up, we were sure something is going to come up. Great job, guys. You really set the platform for the meeting. So thanks to you. And the beauty is we all keep learning, and it's not just when you debate. Even as a listener, even as a viewer, we do learn. And that's why the importance of Sergeant at Arms being in the room, observing people when they prepare, that itself is a beautiful learning as well. Thank you once again. Before we close, I can see two more, audience here. One is Said. Said, would you like to share some thoughts? Share your feedback? Not yet.
Hey Adam, hey friends. It was a fantastic experience for me as well. Rithers informed me about it. it was great. I really wanted to jump into the debate and being a part of it itself. And I was sending a text message to her. I was like, I wish I was a part of it. So, well, thank you so much for the invitation, and I look forward for having such debates in future.
Sure, great. Just for those of you who are here, Saeed Hashim is from Saudi Arabia. He joined Elite Debaters. He's the latest addition to the club. And he informed us he's never debated. So we said, well, he's a new kid on the block. Go debate it out. And then he gave us a surprise that he went out to be the best debater. So now we are like, slow down. We don't want to, put him for debate. He has not even given his icebreaker. So this is a Toastmaster he's a member who's new to Toastmasters, not even given an icebreaker, and directly, he's one of them who doesn't even want to learn swimming. He's like, where is the, where do I jump from? He just went for the dive. So amazing, amazing speaker. And I would share the recordings with you. You need to watch them, especially his cross-examination, which is still a talk of District 20, I would say. So I will share the recordings. So with that, I think we have heard from everyone. Thank you all for staying up here. And yes, please go ahead.
I have a question. In cross-examination, does it usually get so, how does it happen? Do people rebut? This is the first time I am debating, so I'm curious to know how it happens.
So it depends on both the speakers. I've seen different ways. So certain times it depends on a strategy also. Certain speakers, they play out the strategy. They like being very casual. They answer very slowly. Sometimes it gets very heated. Sometimes, when both the speakers are talking, then the audience can't hear. So that's why the debate moderator role becomes very important. And especially since you flagged about the cross examination, you're a very passionate debater. So, when you talk, although you're talking, you feel that, the heat is there. So, the cross examination, it gets very building. So it's all about keeping calm and, but it's all about how tactics you play. You should really watch our videos, Kunal. I would share the link. But you would really feel that the last time probably when Ram and someone was debating, you could really, I used to get worried. I was like, are they literally fighting? And after the debate is over, they are like, oh, what question? You cornered me with that question. So it's all nothing personal. That is the beauty of debate. It's nothing personal. But when you get into cross examination, even we had this GTM who's an accredited speaker, Patrick. He was there with us in the meeting. After seeing, he said he's watched so many debates, but he's never seen a brutal cross-examination as what we do. So people enjoy it. So as far as it is clean, people are enjoying, it's fun, but you need to, draw your lines. And especially it's all about your understanding. When we are here in a safe environment of learning, so it's all fine. But when you go outside on a debating platform, then we just need to be a bit careful about things. So, it will all come. I can see one more speaker, guest. I'm trying to unmute them. I'm sorry, I'm not able to. Antush, can you help me pronounce his name?
Yeah, Jnana Vendan.
Yes, sir, I'm trying to unmute you. I'm requesting to open your cam. If you are there, we would appreciate your feedback.
Yes, please, Jnana Vendan. I hope I am also pronouncing your name correctly.
Gyanvedan.
Okay.
I think they are not able to, unmute because I've requested. Well, I think we have heard from all. We are all trying a different pronunciation. I think we are, quite some time ahead. So we will officially close the meeting. The recording is already in the YouTube, and I will also share the link. So thank you all once again, and good night.
Good night, everyone, and thank you, Anwar.
Anwar,
Good night,
Anwar, that was
Anik.